Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. So today, I'm just jumping on here for a little bit before I head into work. It's a little cold outside. I probably could still get out and walk, but I didn't dress for the elements today. So I'm just going to talk a little bit before I go in. I just wanted to jump on here and just kind of share the exciting news of today. So today I did my weigh-in and I'm down 132 pounds. I am officially smaller than I've ever been as an adult. It's exciting, and I'm trying to hold back tears if I'm being honest. I don't want to cry on here, but I have lost so much weight and so much, like, I've lost so much, but it's a good thing. No longer having depression, no longer dealing with anxiety, just the inflammation that's left my body. Like, this was me at 407 pounds. This is me today at 275 pounds. Like, I just can't tell you how great I feel. Like, it's hard to explain it to people. I wish that there was a way to put it into words, but there's just not. Like, not having to eat over-the-counter drugs all day long. Never having to get put on metformin and Ozempic and all those other pharmaceutical drugs. I was so close. I was playing with my life right here. Like, I was playing Russian roulette with food, and I can't tell you how thankful I am that I never had to get put on those drugs. I was probably close to being full-blown diabetic, and this system saved my life. And today I am smaller than I've ever been as an adult, and that is exciting. Like, I just can't believe it. And the system that I'm on, thank you so much, Rockaway Joe. I love the title, and sevens are my favorite numbers. So how did I do it? A good friend of mine reached out, told me about a protocol he was using. I jumped on that train because I wanted to lose the weight, and I had wasted so much time doing other things that didn't work. This protocol that I'm on comes with a 90-day challenge where you can get your money back. And I had spent so much money in the past, I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this one more thing. And if I do this and it doesn't work, what am I out, But it's an intermittent fasting protocol. So I fast from 8 p.m. to noon the next day. And I remember when he told me about that, that alone scared me, because I was like, I'm eating like 6 to 8 times a day. Like, how am I supposed to give up all my snacking and a full meal and go down to 2 meals a day? How was I supposed to do that? So I was a little scared, but he, I knew the guy, and he's actually in here right now, Jeff. I trusted him, I trusted what he had done. I saw the transformation he went through, and so I jumped at this to see if it would work for me. And I even, like, a week before I got my product, I decided to do the fasting, and I started incorporating more fiber into my diet. And that alone, like, I knew at the end of that week, like, it was a struggle to diet, to only have 2 meals a day and to not snack. But at the end of that week, I knew that I was on something, because my brain had just started working differently. Like, it was like this cloud was hanging over my head, and at the end of that week, it was gone. And I was so excited to get my product, because I knew the product was going to help me get through the rest of this, because I couldn't do it without it. Like, I did it for a week, and I was so proud of that, but I was struggling. Like, I still had the cravings. I still wanted to eat, but I was like forcing myself not to. And then when I got my product, it's 3 drinks a day. You're going to get 2 yerba mate drinks. You're going to replace breakfast with one of them. And when you have a yerba mate, it's like this. I call it magic juice, because it really just, it boosts my mood. I have energy all day long, and I don't crave food. And all I do is sip this thing. Like I've been sipping on it this morning. Like you can't even really see it, but instead of having coffee in the morning I used to have coffee all the time with sugar and creamers from Starbucks. Like I used to get a flat white with 2 pumps of classic almost every day. That thing cost me like $7. And this whole protocol cost me $5 a day. And just not getting dollars a day, and just not getting Starbucks has saved me money. And I can't even tell you the amount of money that I'm saving by not buying all the other junk has been incredible. But I sip on, that's the protocol. I'm intermittent fasting. I don't eat after 8 o'clock at night. I don't eat till noon the next day. So you sleep most of your fast, which is a lot of, that makes it so much easier, but then I skip breakfast and I have this Unimate, and all I do is sip on this, especially, if I start to feel hungry, it's like a sip on that, like just kills it. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm doing good. I can do this. It just makes it so much easier. Then I get to noon and I have my lunch. Right now I'm having, I just basically for lunch, I have protein, some healthy fats, and I make sure I have fiber. So I usually eat some kind of chicken and salad with with Italian dressing or balsamic vinegar. I don't really worry about the dressing that I'm using anymore because I have fiber before my diet. I don't have my balance with me to show you, but I have a fiber before my biggest meal of the day for sure. I don't always do it before lunch now, but if I do, I know that I don't have to worry about getting an insulin spike or a glucose spike because I've had my fiber. And that's really the key, the fasting and the fiber. Just having less carbs, less often will change your entire life. So that's the system that I'm on. I can explain it to you a little better if you want to reach out to me. I will definitely talk to you one-on-one about what's going on. The protocol is intermittent fasting, skipping breakfast, and having the yerba mate, and then incorporating fiber into your diet. Those three things, those are the only changes I've made. And I was, because of the product, I was consistently able to stick with this. And the fiber that they provide you is a patented fiber. It's been around, it's like 9 soluble and insoluble fibers. It's got a patent on it. It's the only place you can get it is through this company. There's like this entire system has 13 clinical trials with like the Cleveland Clinic and some other amazing places. Like there's all kinds of information on this system, the Feel Great system, that you can check out for yourself. Make sure you always do your own research, figure out if this is going to be right for you. But it was right for me. I was 407 pounds in July last year, and I weighed in this morning at 275 pounds. Like it's amazing. And like you would think I would have more skin than I do. Like my skin is actually shrinking with me. That's how powerful this product is that I'm using. And it's helping so many people. And that's why I'm here sharing my story, because I want other people out there who were feeling as badly as I was to see this and know that there's a way out, because I didn't know that back then. Back in July last year, I was so depressed and I was just done with everything. I had to put on a mask to even go outside, I had to put on a fake face and, so I could go to work every day and so I could do the little bit that I was doing. And I just don't have to do that anymore. I don't use food to cater to my depression, like now I'm living life and I'm happy and I just enjoy being alive and doing things. Like I worked all weekend. Like I typically, back in July last year, I would have just been sitting in a chair, watching TV, playing video games, avoiding people. And this weekend I went to IKEA and bought, beds for the kids and put those together all weekend, and bought new nightstands and put those together this weekend. And, just
helped my brother-in-law cut wood yesterday. Like all these things that I just wouldn't even have been able to do. Like I couldn't even get down on my knees last year, in July of last year. I couldn't get down on my knees and get back up. If I'd have went down, I would have had to have help to get up. I couldn't even walk without breathing heavy. And this weekend I just did so much stuff. Like and it just blew my mind every time I was doing something. I was like, I couldn't even do this last year. Like and now I'm able to do it and happy to do it and excited to do it. Like who's excited to put kid beds together? Like this is what I did yesterday. I woke up yesterday morning, I put together two IKEA nightstands, and then after that, made breakfast for the kids, got done with that. I'm trying to think what I did after that. I think, oh yeah, I started putting together Ruby's bed, and she got a new bunk bed, so her and Ella can actually have two beds in the bedroom. So that was exciting. Um, but I was like up and down the whole time. Like I was on my knees. I was like bending over, and I had a little bit of back pain. I think that's just my age, but like nothing. Like first of all, I'd never been able to do that. Like something that simple, like putting together an IKEA bed, which if you've ever done that, it's kind of a pain in the neck, but it's just something I wouldn't have been able to do. I couldn't get on my knees. I couldn't hold up a pipe while I was screwing in another one, and it's insane what I've been able to do with my life since getting on this system. And I just know there's other people out there that are hurting, and it's all food. It's what we're putting in our mouth, and we have to stop. We have to stop eating so many carbs so often. You have to fast. Like if you think about it, like our people were at our strongest and healthiest when we were hunter foragers. You know what I mean? We weren't hunters and gatherers. Like we weren't eating every day. We weren't like feeling sad and going to the kitchen and grabbing a Little Debbie. We were, you know, just on our feet and not eating every day and like fighting for our next meal. But we were like strong and just I don't know how to put it into words. And that's how I feel now. But it's taking no effort to do any of this. Like I tried so hard for so long to lose weight. I would try every fad diet you could think of. I would buy gym memberships and then never go, or go for like a week and then just be, I'm tired of this. And what really used to kill me was my cheat day. Like I remember like being so excited about starting a diet, but it was still in the back of my mind that at the end of the week I would get to have a cheat day. And I would always have like a really big cheat day. I'd like get myself a pizza, like I would go overboard. And then that's what would happen. I would crash afterwards and feel like garbage. And the only thing that ever made me happy because I was so depressed was more food. And so then I was like, screw this diet. I'm not happy because I was so depressed was more food. And so then I was like, screw this diet. I'm not doing it. And I just kept eating. And this protocol keeps me from doing that. I don't have to do that anymore. I literally just, I sip. I sip. I literally just, I sip. I sip on this yerba mate tea, and it has cleared my mind, and I'm always in a good mood. I'm always full of energy, except when it's time to go to bed. It has cleared my mind, and I'm always in a good mood. I'm always full of energy, except when it's time to go to bed. That's the other crazy part of this, is that